Welcome back. Mixed martial arts was my last segment, and for the first time I'm going to touch on a little boxing as we got a big fight. Miguel Cotto and Ricardo Mayorga. Obviously though, that seems like all that boxing ever does is big fights. Main event fights. One fight on the card, the rest of the card is kind of suspect. That's what boxing is as compared to mixed martial arts. But I'll get into that a little bit more at the end of the segment. Moving on back to that Miguel Cotto, Ricardo Mayorga fight. Cotto enters coming off of a win over Yuri Foreman, which is a rebound for him after the big-time loss to Manny Pacquiao. Cotto enters with a 35-2 record. The fight is for the WBA Super World Light Middleweight title. Mayorga enters with a 29-7 career record. He's been swapping wins and losses, dating back all the way to 2003. So, having said that, Ricardo enters this fight off of a win against Michael Walker. So, history's telling me that Cotto's going to win this fight. But before I even looked at that stat, I was picking Cotto. I like this guy. He showed a lot of heart in that Manny Pacquiao fight, just a battle all the way to the 11th round. Moving on to Sergio Martinez. He's kind of become the face of the middleweight division after victories over Kelly Pavlik and Paul Williams. The win over Williams was a revenge win from their first fight. And it was even better because he knocked out Williams in the second round. This upcoming fight, he's taking on Sergey Dizendrudik. Excuse me on the pronunciation, I'm not really sure on how to even say the guy's name. Anybody out there can tell me a better way to pronounce the guy's name, please help me. It's for the WBA, or he's the WBO Super Welterweight Champion, and it's 37-0. I'm kind of go Martinez here. He's just, I know a little bit more about him. I've seen some of his fights. I don't know much about Sergey. Martinez is also picked as the Ring Magazine's #3 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So, that's enough to convince me to go with Sergio Martinez in this one. Alright, and now this leads me to my Facebook question I had. Quite a few responses on this one. Is like I asked you guys out there in the Facebook world to tell me which sport would you prefer, mixed martial arts or boxing, and it was 99.9% mixed martial arts to boxing. I had one person out there tell me they watch boxing. It's just kind of their answer for it was that's just what they grew up with. Everybody else has kind of shifted to mixed martial arts because it's got more fields to it, more than one niche. You've got a ground game, you've got karate, there's like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's like boxing's even included in it, so it's like you got more than one sport in mixed martial arts. Boxing only has boxing. And also it's like I got another comment out there that said boxing was kind of being ruined by the promoters and it was all about money. I can kind of see that a little bit too. UFC doesn't quite have the money yet, but it's the rising sport. I eventually see that those fighters will start making more money because like they're getting the sponsors. Yeah, I appreciate all the comments out there. And again, it's like stay on my Facebook page. It's like go to loadedtv.com. We got a forum section. You can create forums, any discussions you want to get into. Go to Loaded TV on Facebook. You can check us out there. You can look up my Facebook page, and that's where most of my comments are coming from. Give me comments, concerns about the show, the sporting world, anything you want. Alright, thank you for joining us. This is Loaded TV. This is Sports Your Way with me, Dale Ray, and see you next week.